Hey, rhythm guitar rockers! Have you ever wondered how to play a long, complex strumming pattern, or maybe even compose a long, complex strumming pattern? Well, I had a viewer who wrote in a comment of another video asking me how to work on complex strumming patterns. He specifically was asking for something that was 16 beats long, but I think what I'm going to show you can apply to any length of time. So what I think he was getting at is, how do you get your head around playing that many different measures, say 4 measures, 4 beats each, for that long of a period of time without screwing it up? The key to doing it is breaking it up into smaller parts. So what do I mean by that? Well, if, let's say, for example, you had 8 beats that you wanted to create one big, long, kind of complex strumming pattern, you would simply just take 4 beats, come up with a strumming pattern, and then take the second 4 beats and coming up with a different strumming pattern and just join them together. So the tricky thing is trying to remember the strumming patterns consecutively, which you'll have to take some time and practice that so you don't screw it up. But the idea of it is that we don't try to compose one big long strumming pattern. We actually compose smaller individual patterns and then just join them together. It's an easier way to approach playing a long strumming complex pattern. So for example, take a look at this simple 4-beat strumming pattern. And now I'm going to take a different 4-beat strumming pattern. Here's what it sounds like when I join those two together. So now, that's only an 8-beat strumming pattern that I just showed you. But the idea of it is that I can make a 12-beat strumming pattern by just adding another different type of 4-beat rhythm strumming pattern. Or I can make it 16 by adding another one. You can make it as complex as you want it to be. The idea is that you can either compose something that sounds really complicated, but when you break it down, it's actually pretty simple. Or if you're going to be learning somebody else's strumming pattern, you're going to want to take it into smaller chunks. If you're looking at it as one big whole complex pattern, it might be difficult to remember, to understand, to comprehend. But I'm telling you, most of the time, guitar players aren't that complex in rhythm strumming patterns. And if you break it down into smaller sections, first of all, it's easier to practice the smaller sections, but it's also easier to understand what exactly they're doing. You may see patterns. There might be some kind of pattern recognition that you have going on, or it could just be that they're 4 different simple patterns all put together that makes it sound like a more complicated pattern. Remember, always have fun with your guitar, and I'll see you next time. If you like that video, you're going to love this brand new e-guide that's totally free. The link is in this video's description, or you can go to rhythmguitarlessons.net/P, lowercase r, lowercase o.